Hi, welcome to the Investitute Volatility Sonar Report for Wednesday, July 27th. I'm Russell Rhodes, Director of Education at the Options Institute here at CBOE. Before we even get to what VIX is doing, which is not a whole lot, there was a big trade that came through the VIX pit this morning that is expecting VIX to do a whole lot. Somebody bought about 60,000 of the August standard expiration 21 calls. They paid 44 cents for those. So I was up in my office just above the pit and heard a little outburst. Checked on what was going on, and that's what was going on. At least one person thinks VIX is going to get out of the funk that it's kind of in around 13. We're up slightly on the day. VIX is at 1320. We're still in steep contango. The last I checked, the August contract's at 1520, and the September contract's at 1745. Every time I look at the market, it seems like those numbers are pretty close to those levels, and we maintain some steep contango. Another trade that I liked an awful lot that I think is worth talking about, we do have VIX weeklies. I just talked about the standard futures. The August 3rd VIX weekly futures contract that expires a week from today on the open, they were trading around 14. Still, I mean, a pretty good premium with VIX at 13 or at 1291 at this time. Somebody bought about 6,000 of the 1250 puts. They paid 13 cents and 14 cents for those. These are the August 3rd 1250 puts, and then they went down a half a point and they sold the August 3rd 12 puts for 3 cents and 4 cents. When you do the math there, that means they paid 9 cents for a spread that would be worth 50 cents if we get next week's VIX expiration under 12. So one last note, CBOE, the Options Institute, is doing a VIX focus class. It's the first ever focus class. It's a one-day, all-day class on August 19th, and you can find out more about that at cboe.com/focus, or you can always email me at Rhodes, RHOADS, at cboe.com. So, for Wednesday, July 27th, this is your VIX, shoot.
What's that on your thing?
What?
Does that say she?
It says she.
Why?
It's her badge.
Tell us the story.
Oh, tell us the story. Well, Anne was one of the last post officials down here that was somebody that would relay orders to the market makers, and you can tell that I wasn't prepared for this question, but she always would she was always referred to as she. In fact, I didn't even know Anne's name for the first 2 or 3 years that I worked here. Talked to her about that trade. She's got that one, that sort of thing. So in honor of her, what they all called her, I got her a badge made. She walked by while I was doing this and said, "I dare you." That's about all it takes to get me to wear a badge that says she on it. So with that, that is your Volatility Sonar Report for July 27th.